It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports. It's been an interesting season so far. Lots of action, lots of intrigue. Tonight we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, playing above 500 in the last few weeks. Not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And Kenny, we have lots to talk about. One thing coming up on the horizon, the trade deadline. Front offices have had time to evaluate rosters. What are your feelings about blockbuster in-season trades?
Huge deals are rare in the season, Ernie. You know,
Huge
typically
deals.
Huge deals. You know, but typically they come in the offseason because teams have time to nurture and bring them together. But there have been some great trades in midseason. So you can find new life right after the trade deadline, a la Clyde Drexler of the Houston Rockets, to get us our second championship.
Good point. New players would be slow to acclimate. But, Ernie, I think at times you risk disrupting chemistry.
Sometimes worth the risk and sometimes not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a nut, and sometimes I don't.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone, from Charlotte as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest for this Hornets home game. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. And the Wizards head back to Washington after today's contest. It has not been a dramatic change this season to the performance last year in terms of the record, guys. Every game, though, a chance to get better as a team.
And seeing where Washington is, and you have to love the way this team is playing. No one was really talking about them at the beginning of the year. Now they're one of the hottest teams in the league.
Well, Greg, we're talking about them now, right? This terrific start certainly has the attention of the rest of the league.
Let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Brooks.
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Thank you, David. Already, Doris, several elite rookies are struggling. We often see top high school players making the seamless jump to college. Why is that next jump from college to pro so much more difficult?
Well, I think every level of basketball that you go up, whether it's high school to college and then college to pro, there's a different level of physicality. The players take an extraordinary jump both in their approach to the game, their level of professionalism, what their physical and mental maturation state is. So the NBA has the best players, not only from the United States, but from across the world. And so obviously there's a level of preparation that's required on a day-to-day basis, and the season is so much drastically longer from the college, which plays about 32 to 40 games, to an 82-game regular season, and then if you're fortunate enough to be in the playoffs. So there's a level of endurance required in addition to both the physical and mental maturation standpoint.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Washington, the explosive backcourt is Wall and Beal at the 1 and 2. Porter and Morris are the forwards, and it's Mahimi in at the 5. Home in the paint. Now Kid Gilchrist. Bradley Beal missing from long range. It's stolen by Morris. It's stolen by Monk. Fast break now for Charlotte. Walker leading the charge. Now here's Monk. Defense is right there. Walker the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Clock at 6. That one no good. Nice D from Porter. And it's Beal in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Beal's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Wizards. Now Walker, he's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota. To the middle. Williams inside. He's against Morris. Tries it from 9. That one a little long.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
And Porter, here we go. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Howard against Mahinmi. And Howard with the stuff.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
It's Beal on the wing. Nice ball movement by Washington. Morris with a screen on Walker. Here's Wall. Rejected by Walker. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. Howard dishes to Monk. Howard with a screen on Beal. Here's Walker. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
Well, they're simply having trouble getting their legs underneath them, right? They're just 1 for 5 to start things off.
Kid Gilchrist against Porter. Beal from long range. It's rebounded by Charlotte, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
No, there's no question, Greg. I thought their defensive intensity was lacking from the outset. It looked like they were just hoping the other team would miss.
Here is Mahinmi. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. The kick out to Porter. Mahinmi passes to Porter. Morris with a screen on Kid Gilchrist. That one off the back iron and out.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
The feed to Monk. Here's the screen. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. Outside Williams. There's Walker with the 3. Again, the miss by Walker. Washington trailing. Beal with it. Now guarded by Monk. And Beal kicks to Wall. Outside, Porter fires the 3. Porter can't get that one to fall. The Hornets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And last season, I think, Greg, there was a time when Kemba Walker was playing basketball, you know, as well as any point guard in the NBA.
No doubt. I mean, not to say he's the best in our league, but he is certainly climbing up the list. You can't ignore his impact on this team. Has worked to improve each season he's been in the league.
Taken away by Williams. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. And when you look at Kid Gilchrist, and he is certainly known for his ability to defend and attack the rim. He's a terrific athlete, and he uses that athleticism on both sides of the floor, and just the prototype when you look at that hybrid forward position.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Kid Gilchrist. And you look at the size and game of Kid Gilchrist, he is the opposite of what most GMs look for in that 3 spot. But Greg, he makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, most teams want a tall 3 that can stretch the floor. Kid Gilchrist isn't that, but still gets playing time because he's effective when on the floor. If you play defense like he does, you're going to find a way to get on the floor.
For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
Wall with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, took it aggressively right at the defense, and it pays off. Wall making it happen as usual. You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers.
The first free throw is good.
Now, he's only 6'4" in height, but 6'9" in wingspan. Wall has elite size and speed at the point guard position.
That one misses.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
There's a screen by Williams. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte no good that time either. And Doris, the turnovers you mentioned that Wall creates that are so valuable, he'll knock a ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist following the miss by John Wall. Wall against Walker. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, listen, we know the heart of this Wizards team is the backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. They are the engine that gets this team going, and both serve as great leaders as well.
Now, here is Morris. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Outside, Porter. Morris with the screen for Porter. Rebound by Williams. And Doris with Wall and Beal, the Wizards leaders. Most would argue that they are the best backcourt right now in the Eastern Conference.
Well, there is a tandem in Toronto that might argue that supposition. But to me, Bradley Beal and John Wall are absolutely one of the elite backcourts in the NBA. Both guys are efficient scoring. Both can create off the dribble. And it's hard to overstate how much they mean to this team.
Wizards trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Morris, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And now it's a double-digit lead. Monk's got 5 points so far.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. In second, the Hornets.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And Washington has possession. 11-point game. Meeks, good.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Now here's Lamb. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Carter Williams. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Meeks dishes to Frazier. Feeds it to Gortat. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
From past the arc. That one, no good.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
Meeks outside, and there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That's his first foul. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Carter Williams against Frazier. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. It just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
Two shots.
The first one falls. Doris, you respect the art of the assist. You always have. That's part of your DNA. In the NBA now, which guys, in your opinion, are the most fun to watch in terms of their playmaking ability?
Well, I'd be interested in your take on this, but you could make the case that it's a non-point guard who's the best pure passer in the NBA. When a guy like LeBron James is differentiating between teammates about how they want to make the catch. One guy wants the ball on the seams, one guy doesn't care, and LeBron James goes to try to fit the needs of those players. Kev, come on, how good is that?
Well, it's the best. And you know what? I think we're seeing, we talk about a positionless game, I think everybody's got that nice ability to pass the ball. I think they've even taken more to an art form where they take pride in the way they set up a teammate. The passing has never been better.
Agreed.
Now here's Frazier. He had 16 points in the win against Milwaukee.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Now, here's Meeks, following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. Meeks, good. And so it's Charlotte with it. They're leading by 8. Now here's Lamb. He's guarded by Meeks. Carter Williams against Frazier. Carter Williams with the bucket.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
So it's Washington now. After the basket by Charlotte. Smith on the wing. Nice ball movement by Washington. Pass to Oubre. He dishes it to Smith. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Frazier. Off target from three-point range. Hornets leading by 10. There's Bacon. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And one issue we saw with the Wizards last postseason, Doris, was their bench.
Right, a large part of that is the bench just didn't have any explosive scoring. On the season, their bench was bottom 3 in the league in group efficiency, and that's an area they greatly wanted to improve upon this year.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Last season, the Wizards having one of the best years in franchise history. No title for the team. But, Doris, they did secure their first division title since 1979.
And if my math is correct, Kev, that was a 38-year drought they managed to end. But for this team, I think they know it's just the start, and they want to go even deeper in the playoffs this year.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Frazier the pass to Gortat. He feeds it to Meeks. No good with the triple. Hornets leading by 11. And here is Carter Williams. The dish to Kaminsky. The pass to Bacon. Kaminsky kicks to Carter Williams. There's the feed to Lamb. And the rejection by Smith. Now, here's Meeks, covered by Lamb. And Meeks kicks to Oubre. Frazier outside. Screen by Smith from deep. And Bacon pulls it down. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 20-6 run. Pick by Zeller. Bacon the pass to Carter Williams. Smith against Zeller. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They are just killing them on the interior. And when you watch Cody Zeller on the floor, you just see how effective he is. He really plays the position well on both ends. He doesn't put up those huge numbers, but the change for his team is that he is so versatile and easy to plug in.
Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. And Greg, last season the Hornets were so much more productive when Zeller was on the floor. He was crucial whenever they came away with the win.
And many fans will tell you that Zeller was the second most important player on the team last season. Not a big box score guy, but his value to a team is undeniable.
Hornets leading by 14. Now here's Carter Williams. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. And again, the Hornets missing. And Meeks kicks to Gortat. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Charlotte, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Julian Stones checked in for Carter Williams. And so Zeller nails both of them.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here is Frazier. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's a screen by Gortat. Outside, Meeks tips it. Zeller grabs the board. And so it's Charlotte in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Jason Smith is out there with Oubre. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then it's Gortat. And it's Frazier in at the point. Now here's Lamb. We saw him with 10 points last game. And a wide open look for Zeller. Gets a very good look and converts. Zeller's got 7 points. Wizards trail by 16. Frazier kicks to Meeks. Now Oubre. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Meeks with it. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 8.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, something special is brewing in Charlotte. Point guard Kemba Walker said, "It's a great start. We know how to play with each other, and we love playing with each other. The best thing is how hard we all work. We're going to grow." Kevin?
And that kind of optimism is terrific, David. Thank you. Walker and the Charlotte Crews seem to be a perfect match. And the shot goes down.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pick by Zeller. Stone dishes to Zeller. And a wide open look for Lamb. Sinks the three-pointer. Lamb's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Wizards trail by 14. Frazier kicks to Meeks. Dishes it to Smith. Frazier outside. Oubre, no one around him. They get it back.
Gortat is a space eater, and you've got to put a body on, or he's going to burn you with putbacks like he did there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Hornets.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Beal, the pass to Gortat. Left side, Beal. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
From deep, Walker. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Wall kicks to Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Beal's got it back down to within single digits for Washington. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Howard with a screen on Wall. Walker goes in. Howard dishes to Walker. Howard, the pass to Walker. And it's Walker again missing.
On a pretty good day for them so far, his shooting has been one of the tough spots.
Oh, Moore is in position.
A terrific ball movement there, and once again, John Wall finds the right man at the right time.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. And Walker kicks to Howard. Back to Walker. 6 to shoot. Howard with a screen on Wall. They grab their own miss, and it's slammed in by Howard.
And these dunk attempts are just too easy for Howard. All he has to do is rise up, and he's golden.
Wizards trail by 9. Kicks it to Morris. Sinks that one from the post.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
Screen by Howard. And Walker kicks to Stone. The kick out to Walker. Hits it from three-point range. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Wall attacking. And he gets it to go.
Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Charlotte calls timeout. Doris with defensive rules now allowing teams to play a sort of soft zone. Does that make it easier to hide bad defensive players on your team?
Well, it certainly gives you one avenue. I don't think you can play zone in the NBA for any extended periods because the coaching is too good and the skill level of the players would destroy a zone if you gave a steady diet of it. I do believe, however, that hiding a defensive weakness comes down to personnel. How many can you hide on one particular floor? Somebody's going to get exposed somewhere if there's too many.
No doubt. Marvin Williams is checked in for the Hornets. Monk comes in for Julian Stone. Williams' shot is off.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
And I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Now, here's Mahinmi. He had 13 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there. Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Wizards trail by 10. Outside, Beal. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And again, Washington with the triple.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Walker dishes to Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Wall passes to Mahinmi. Wall against Walker. And Wall kicks to Morris. The kick out to Porter. This one for three. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
And Marvin Williams, for a long while, had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who was stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, and for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and he shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
Wizards trail by 13. And here's Porter. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Here's Morris. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Morris has got 6 points.
After a shaky start, boy, he's found the range. Good second quarter for him.
Outside, Walker. Howard setting the pick for Walker. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. He kicks it to Williams. Banked in off the glass. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wall dishes to Morris. Wall against Walker. And Wall with the slam.
This is unmatched speed at his size and certainly at the point guard position. How are you going to stop that?
Now here's Walker. He's got 6. Pass to Kid Gilchrist. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
2.
And that one falls for Wall. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Doris, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Washington calls timeout. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last timeout.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
I think, Greg, everyone played their role so well, and I loved how aggressive the guys off the bench were in that one.
Carter Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Kit Gilchrist. His last 10 games, he's putting up 6 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And Markieff Morris, a power forward who gives you a different look and a little bit of everything, Doris.
Well, what I love about Keith, he isn't going to back down on the block, and he's able to score in a number of different ways. Got a great nose for the basket, collected when finishing at the rim. This guy adds so much value.
Two shots.
Free throw good for Morris. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
Both good from the line that time.
What a story for Markieff Morris, taking exactly one pick before his twin brother Marcus back in 2011.
Now here's Carter Williams. The kick out to Williams. Off target from three-point range. Wizards trail by 12. Beal the pass to Wall. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Carter Williams against Wall. Carter Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Power dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Williams a screen on Porter. Kid Gilchrist. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Washington called for the foul. The Hornets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Oubre's checked in for Morris. And he's good on the second. Wizards trail by 11. Right wing. Howard against Mahinmi. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, I think it's interesting. When you talk about being consistent, Jan Mahinmi is a great example. This guy's a solid center who will defend and board for you. So important.
Two.
That free throw good for Mahinmi. And Doris, Mahinmi is not a flashy player by any means.
Right. Jan is a guy who doesn't need to play with flash in order to impact a game. He does a terrific job filling up space on the offensive end when teams collapse off him. And this guy's got a great career field goal percentage because he takes only the shots he knows he can make.
Mahinmi hits them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Williams a screen. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Carter Williams against Frazier. Williams passes to Carter Williams. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Frazier kicks to Oubre. Here's Meeks. 10 points for him. Pass to Beal. Mahinmi a screen. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Frazier against Carter Williams. Feeds it to Kid Gilchrist. Inside, Oubre with the steal. Beal against Kid Gilchrist. A baseline J. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Beal.
You know, whenever Beal gets a little breathing room, he just knows how to make the defense pay.
Carter Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Back to Carter Williams. Williams a screen. Frazier against Carter Williams. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Here's Williams. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Outside, Beal. Got a hand on it. Outside, Williams. He dishes it to Carter Williams. To the inside. Here's Howard. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. That's 10 points for Howard.
And that's Howard's game. These interior looks that he puts in so easily.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Oubre. Meeks on the wing. 10 points for him. Mahinmi a screen. Beal, that's for 2. Beal can't get that one to fall. And so it's Charlotte ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Michael, you guys have had it going offensively. How have you been able to make all of this happen from your position?
Just trying to get everybody involved, really. And we're just trying to work together as a team. We need everybody to win.
So far, so good. Thanks a lot, Mike. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They lead by 9 points. And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
The scene tonight here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
Charlotte leading by 9. Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. MKG and Williams are the forwards. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now, here's Monk. Howard in the post. Guarded by Mahimi. Howard can't hit.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
Wall against Walker. 14 feet away. Wall, no luck. Well, Hornets shooting well. 50% from the floor. Now, here's Walker. Covered by Wall. Now Walker from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Walker's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Hornets. Outside, Wall. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
You just love to see John Wall take it inside and get the job done. Shows how versatile he is.
Monk with the ball. He has 7. Outside, Walker. In the corner, it's Monk. 6 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
And Beal kicks to Mahimi. Outside, Wall. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Here's Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Charlotte leading by 8. And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jan Mahimi.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Now Beal, following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep, takes a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Walker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Williams sets a screen for Walker. From down in the low post, it goes. Walker's got 11. Washington calls timeout.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Kaminsky is checked in for Howard. Zeller comes in for Williams. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Gortat's checked in. Now here's Wall. 14 points for him. Here's Morris. Zeller grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 12. The pass to Monk. He feeds it to Zeller. Wall against Walker. And Lamb kicks to Kaminsky. There's Walker with the 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
That three-pointer is good almost every time if he's left that wide open.
Outside, Wall. Over Walker. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Inside, here's Zeller, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. For Charlotte, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. And here's Wall. 14 points for him. Morris outside. Outside Porter. The dish to Gortat. Over Kaminsky. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Listen, he can hit the mid-range, and the baseline is his sweet spot. Gortat loves it there. We know this. Marcin Gortat has always been a very heady player. This is a guy who won't force shots. He's always looking to get a quality opportunity, and he's got great awareness on the floor.
Now here's Walker. He's got 14. 3 on the clock. To the middle. It's tipped. Good work defensively by Morris. Wizards trail by 14. And people rarely think about the mental aspect of playing off the ball in the post, but Gortat Doris is as strong as any in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, I think Marcin is so smart playing off the guys around him. He can face up and knock down a jumper from mid-range. He's an excellent cutter. There's a lot to like about his game.
Hornets leading by 12. Now, here's Monk. He has 7. And there's the feed to Kaminsky. Good on the triple. Kaminsky's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And Wall kicks to Gortat. It's deflected. Here's Monk. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. The kick out to Walker. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. Walker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Washington calls timeout.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Oubre's checked in for Washington.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Walker. 12th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think.
You can see Porter's confidence building steadily. The catch-and-shoot jumper becoming a real weapon.
Now Walker, he's got 16. Kaminsky. They get it back, and Zeller kicks to Monk. Charlotte moving the ball around. Dishes to Kaminsky. Outside, Walker. Kicks to Lamb. Pass to Kaminsky. Clock at 6. And Wall.
Oh, my God.
That's how you attack. Wow.
How'd he do that? Well, there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Walker. Lamb's got his second basket of the night.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Beal's shot is good.
Yeah, that's just rubbing the defender off. Beal striking off the screen.
Charlotte leading by 13. Zeller, a screen on Wall. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Wizards have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Pass to Gortat. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. 8 points for Marcin Gortat. Charlotte's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Pick by Zeller. Walker dishes to Zeller. Here's the screen. It's blocked. Now here's Porter. Not a lot of room. Here's Beal. Beal can't get that one to fall. Charlotte shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Here's Walker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Clearly a foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. And Doris, looking at the financial health of the league, tremendous TV ratings with the finals coverage again. Nearly half the teams valued around $1 billion, which to me is just unfathomable. Are we in the golden age of professional basketball in this country, of the NBA?
I think certainly we are in one of the great generations for the NBA. And think about this. I know soccer is the most popular game worldwide, Kevin, but increasingly basketball beyond the borders of the United States is one of the most popular and fastest growing sports. So I don't think there's any question the NBA is at its peak of its popularity with no end in sight. And I think there's a reason for that. You know, I think there's something very tangible and touchable to the NBA fan. Look at a guy like Steph Curry. He looks like every man, and yet he's finding tremendous success. That's appealing to NBA fans of the next generation.
Gortat. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Kaminsky's got 5 rebounds tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
That's great use of size and length. Tough down low when guys are battling for that board.
Smith outside. Back to Frazier. Now here's Oubre. He's covered by Zeller. Just 5 on the clock. Gortat with a screen on Walker. Here's Frazier. The Wizards with another miss. Hornets leading by 13. Outside, Walker. He kicks to Lamb. Back to Walker. Picked by Zeller. Off target with his 3. Washington has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Meeks can't hit.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
And Zeller kicks to Walker. Feeds it to Lamb. Walker against Frazier. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 20.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Frazier kicks to Oubre. He dishes it to Smith. Passes it to Gortat. The kick out to Frazier. Shoots over Walker. Rejected by Walker. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. Back to Walker. Monk sets the screen for Walker. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Meeks passes to Oubre to stop the drought, and it's denied. And they're able to recover. Another miss by Frazier. Charlotte leading by 15. Outside, Walker. 36 seconds left in the third. The pass to Lamb. Zeller setting the pick for Lamb. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Lamb's got 8 points.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Frazier kicks to Smith. Oubre with it. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game.
How about Gortat, guys? Really an ambassador for his home country of Poland. He loves that cultural exchange. And how about this? Speaks 4 languages.
For Washington, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good for Marcin Gortat. Both free throws good from Gortat. Frazier against Carter Williams. Screen by Howard. No good on the buzzer beat. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Hornets on top, up by 15. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Voila. 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 Yeah. Voila.
And from a recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Steve Clifford.
That was all decision-making. Great job with the personnel. We didn't get spread out, and we ran down the rebounds. Those are ones we're going to get. We got to get those long rebounds.
And Steve Clifford emphasizing hustle, especially with respect to rebounding.
And you know, teams are addicted to long-range shooting nowadays. That leads to a ton of long rebounds. And if you don't pick those up, it puts you at a disadvantage.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Oubre. Mahimi is out there with Gortat. Then there's Frazier, and it's Meeks in at the 2. Here's Carter Williams after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. The dish now to Williams. Screen by Howard. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. He feeds it to Howard. Shoots over Frazier. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Wizards trail by 13. The feed to Oubre. Dishes it to Meeks. And here is Gortat. Oubre passes to Meeks. Oubre kicks to Meeks. Got a piece of it. From deep. Oubre can't get it to go.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Whatever he was trying to do, that's not his best look. He can get a better one.
Now here's Carter Williams. Left side Williams. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
really good work in the painted area. You need to have the inside game working like that.
Frazier kicks to Mahimi. Now here's Oubre. Pass to Gortat. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
Walker's checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. And a switcher also for Washington. Morris is checked in for Gortat. Charlotte leading by 15. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Walker against Frazier. Walker in the post, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Going to the line, Kemba Walker. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in. And so Walker nails both of them. Washington with the ball, trailing by 17. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Frazier dishes to Beal. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Hornets lead by 19. Washington has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mahimi, a screen on Walker. Kicks it to Morris. Morris, a screen, 4 on the shot clock. Beal can't get it to go.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Yeah, easy call.
Going to the line, Jeremy Lamb.
Two.
Free throw drops for Lamb. Or as it seems like individual all-star and MVP voting is heavily influenced by how players' teams perform. Is that a good thing?
Well, I will say this, Kevin. I have a vote in some of the postseason awards. And if, in fact, I've got 2 players at the same position and I need some line of demarcation to separate one from another, a team's win-loss record may influence that. Now, you might say it's unfair, but sometimes the difference between a player making it and not making it is minuscule. I would say this to you, Kevin. I would like to see all-star teams go out to 15 players as opposed to 12. There are 3 teams, first, second, and third, all NBA. Why not have 15 guys on the all-star team?
Excellent idea. Here is Howard, following the basket by Otto Porter. Now Howard, pass to Lamb. Over Beal. And too long on the shot. Wizards trail by 19. Outside, Wall. Outside, Beal. He kicks it to Porter. Morris with a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Here's Porter. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
Lamb with the ball. Now Beal defending. Lamb up top. Feeds to Howard. Porter with the steal. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets the bucket. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Screen by Howard. Right side to Walker. There's the pick. Lamb passes to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
I mean, physical defense, but Howard just too strong.
Here's Wall. Outside, Beal. He dishes it to Porter. Morris with a screen on Kid Gilchrist. Porter kicks to Mahinmi. Great D that time from Howard.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. And Lamb kicks to Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. Passes it to Howard. Over Mahinmi. Dwight Howard again. And the Hornets lead by 21.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Down low, here's Mahinmi. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Walker dishes to Lamb. Screen by Howard. Lamb with the ball. Now Beal defending. And Walker kicks to Lamb. Walker against Wall. Here's Williams. And that one hits back iron. Wizards trail by 21. Outside, Porter. And All-Star Week, a fan favorite certainly. But Doris, I've heard you say on more than one occasion you'd love to see a 3-on-3 competition.
Kevin, I think if you're trying to learn the game of basketball, putting yourself in a situation to play 3-on-3 is one of the greatest ways you can develop your game. One, it teaches you how to pass and cut, right? You cannot be effective in a 3-on-3 game unless you understand how to screen for somebody, how to set yourself up to come off of a screen. If the shorter dynamic of the 3-on-3 in a half-court environment is one of the best ways to learn how to play the game of basketball.
I love that analysis. That's terrific. Now, here's Walker. On the wing, Lamb. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And the Hornets making a change here. Monk's checked in. To the paint. It's deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Williams. 5 on the clock. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And the Hornets miss again. Wizards trail by 19. And a wide open look for Porter. Offline with his three. Hornets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Gortat's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Washington's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Gortat. And the pass to Beal. Morris a screen. Up off the screen. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
He's in a really good rhythm right now. Count another one for Bradley Beal.
It's stolen by Wall. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Howard with a screen on Wall. Walker the pass to Williams. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Wizards trail by 15. There's the screen, and Wall kicks to Gortat. The dish to Beal. Over Monk, and Washington again with the bucket.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Walker against Wall. Walker dishes to Monk. They can't stop the run with that one.
And that's an important rebound, and especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
Wasted no time on that one. 20 points for Wall.
Wall works hard to get shots from right there, uses his quick feet really well.
Wall against Walker. He feeds it to Monk. Now, here's Howard, guarded closely. Gortat with the block.
The swat by Gortat. He doesn't chase blocks, but he can send them back.
Second shot opportunity, and the lead is down inside single digits. Gortat's got 10 points here in the second half. Hornets leading by 9. Monk with the ball. Screen by Howard. Monk kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Dishes to Howard. 5 to shoot. Here's Walker. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Morris. Porter passes to Wall. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best you can hope for with Wall inside. Send him to the charity stripe.
Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. And so John Wall nails both of them. There's 1:26 left in the game. Charlotte leading by 7. And here's Walker. Screen by Howard. Tries to snap the cold streak. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 4 this quarter.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And Beal kicks to Wall. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Screen by Howard. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Monk dishes to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Now the feed to Monk. No good on the three.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Washington making some changes. Smith checked in for Markieff Morris. Kelly Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Tim Frazier subbed in for John Wall. Washington calls timeout. They're down by 9. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they needed to be aggressive, and boy, did he make them pay.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. Washington making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat, and it's Jody Meeks in for Beal. Washington with the ball. 9-point game. Here's Stone. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Williams. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's a screen by Williams. Clock at 6. Stone kicks to Williams. Pass to Graham. Back to Williams. A 3 ball. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 9. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And obviously, look, they want to finish the game strong, but right now, look at the frustration on their faces.
It's very evident, Greg. You can tell they're upset. They've got to calm down and simply play this one possession at a time.
For 3, Smith. The shot, no good. And so it's Charlotte with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mike, you seem to play with poise tonight, but also in attack mode. How do you strike that balance?
I'm just trying to push the ball up the floor, be active and get the guys going.
And you did it well tonight, Michael. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.